Well, would you look at that? Looks like my birthday present came early because we got an announcement somewhat of Dragon Ball Super, the anime, returning in July. I'm not going to lie, when I read about this on Twitter last night, all over social media was blowing up about this shit. It was going off, like Dragon Ball Super is back. And I'm not going to lie, when I first read that or saw that, I'm like, I don't know, because for the most part, we've been introduced to some pretty misleading shit when it comes to Toei and Funimation posting cryptic tweets about the Dragon Ball Z box set for the Blu-ray for the 30th anniversary. So a lot of people posted that something legendary is coming, automatically assumed, oh, this is it. This is the Super Anime returning confirmation. We did not get that back then. So a lot of people were trolled. The fandom kind of trolled the fandom, which is kind of hilarious. But for the most part, people got mad salty over this. But it is coming from some credible sources. So apparently Geekdom 101 made a video. Yoko Productions actually backed this up on Twitter. So pretty credible source. Hiro Shitani will be in charge of the animations. But I do have a question about that midway part of this video. It does make sense, and it's kind of deja vu because we kind of had this in 2015 when we had the Resurrection of F movie. A couple of months passed and we had the announcement of Dragon Ball Super actually starting up into 2015. The prize actually started up in July, so it does make sense, and it does kind of coincide with what's going on right now. But we still don't have confirmation right now. It's just hearsay. But I have a couple of things to add to this. So it's been almost over a year since we had any type of announcement about Dragon Ball Super, and I'm curious what they're going to do differently that they did the previous round. Obviously, we knew the Dragon Ball Super Broly would be incorporated in some way, shape, or form into the anime. It just makes sense. It's a marketing ploy. Ahead a little bit, and let's say we do get this announcement. What does this mean for the future of Dragon Ball when it comes to the overall story? You have the 12 universes that can be fleshed out, like the multiverse, right? The Omni King situation, the Grand Prix situation, all the angels and the gods of destruction. The anime is returning. That's a game changer. So there's a lot of new stuff they could introduce. Obviously, they could introduce what's going on in Dragon Ball Super Broly. So according to a recent report, it turns out that in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, thanks to an interview with Tatsuya Nagamine, the head director of the movie, pretty much reveals that 70 minutes, over an hour of storyboard and the script was cut out of the movie. There's obviously an instance where it felt kind of rushed, especially in the flashback portion of this movie. So 70 minutes of content, 70 minutes of content of the movie skipped out because they didn't have enough time for it. They may end up animating, I hope they animate the battle with Moro right now. It's taking place in the manga because it's definitely new stuff, and it's definitely intriguing stuff that a lot of people want to see go down. Although they got to be careful with this because the last time they did this, they started off with Battle of Gods and Resurrection of F, and it did not end well. So I hope they learn from the mistakes and they don't repeat the same thing. And if you want to adapt the Dragon Ball Super Broly, as long as it doesn't take up too much time, because it took about 27 episodes to get into something interesting, which was the Universe 6 arc. So it's obvious they could add that to the anime. On top of that, Nagahiro Shintani was in charge of apparently is in charge of the animation for this return in July. So if that's the case, it does make sense if they do want to rehash the movie, but I'm kind of curious if the animation is going to be as smooth as it was in the movie. It means they could introduce Gogeta and Broly instead of having a bunch of different retcons when it comes to what's canon, what's not canon. If they want to adapt the manga, they could do that too. Yeah, in terms of, is it going to be the Goku Vegeta show? Are we going to get more of Universe 7 flashed out? I doubt it, but maybe Gohan will get some more of a role because, I mean, look, I'm not the biggest Gohan fan, but even that, I mad disrespect that the guy didn't even get a cameo in the movie, and even Trunks and Goten got more spotlight than him. That's ridiculous. When the way that Dragon Ball Super kind of ended, it was kind of leading towards Gohan actually doing some major role, especially with the ending with Goku and Gohan. It's kind of cool to see that, and obviously it was also foreshadowed that Gohan would get a new mode, completely different to Goku and Vegeta. They will probably spam Ultra Instinct. When it comes to the latest episode of Dragon Ball Heroes, where Goku's new control of his own Ultra Instinct. People just go nuts about that because they don't know what it's about. Does this contradict Master Ultra Instinct? I have a separate theory about that in a different video. Looks like Super is going to be returning in July. Let me know what you guys think down below. It's going to be hyped one way or the other. And April is looking at a pretty big month anyway. Not only are we getting this announcement, but also One Punch Man Season 2 is starting. Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2 is starting. We're going into the reverie in the anime of One Piece. And speaking of which, it's kind of reported now that we're going into Wano in July, which I'm not really all that surprised about, considering it was a year ago in June when Wano actually started in the manga. So that was, but either way, you get my point. This is going to be a hyped up year, and you still have My Hero Academia in October. It's going to be a hyped couple of months going forward. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you did, subscribe to the channel, and let me know comments down below. What do you think about this super anime returning apparently in July? I'll catch you guys later. Bye.